It is midnight Eastern Time. The World Championships for Master Duels have started. Let's check out what missions are now available. World Championship 2023 qualifiers. Oh my goodness, this is 3,500 gems between the missions and of course the rank ups during the actual, I guess, ranked mode, dual level up rewards. World Championship 2023, baby, here we go. All right, we hit Diamond 1 last season. That means we're starting off at the top of the tier. Oh, I just skipped over the rewards, but you can see we got all these rewards for automatically progressing through these ranks, and we're going to start at Duelist level 11. All right, baby. Let's see how it goes. You already know. We're going to be using Floowandereeze. Bam. We're probably going to lose a little bit, but that's okay. But before I get into this match, I've got a couple of interesting things to show you. Let's go ahead and take a look at this first Spright match. Alright, to start things off, our opening hand looks pretty good. 2 hand traps, we're going second, and we have Engine as well as a Gamma Burst. So that makes us able to potentially OTK, knowing how Spright plays. The opponent starts off with 3 back row and an Uni Zombie, likely indicating that they are on Eldritch or, Balderoach / Zombie World Control. So we stop their plays with the Impermanence, and the opponent is going to pass turn after that. We're going to go ahead and normal summon Swap Frog. The opponent is indeed going to change the Sanguine, and we're going to Ash Blossom it to shut it down. The opponent is then going to change the Hequero. That's totally fine. We can let that resolve. We dump Swap Frog dump Ronin Totem off Swap Frog, and now we're going to go full extension off the Spright cards here. Go into Elf first. This might seem like an odd play not going into Gigantic, but I wanted to not lock myself into level 2s just yet. So we're going to go ahead and continue to extend, bring out the Ronin Totem after bringing back Swap Frog with Elf in order to dump another Swap Frog so we can bring out the Ronin Totem. Now we're going to go into Gigantic, commit our board here. And the reason I set it up like this is because the plan was if they were able to stop us, likely not because we have Carrot and Red to negate, but we would bounce back Beaver to hand with Frog and then go into Masquerena at the end so that we have interruption for next turn. But the I forgot the name. The Gamma Burst is going to definitely make us OTK here. So a pretty simple match thanks to Gamma Burst. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, we got another one. Let's take a look at Salamangreats. Alright, so in this matchup, we are once again going second for our first match, and our opening hand is all Engine. This is what Salamangreat is sometimes, but if you really want it to be competitive, I mentioned this in the decklist video for Season 17, for ranked mode, you need to play a lot of hand traps. Without it, you're going to see this opponent able to set up a full board. They're playing Rikka, which when it goes uninterrupted and you don't have the out, is insanely powerful. It's almost unbeatable, to be honest. But you know how we do already. We are going to try our best and break this board. I already see what the opponent is going for in the Bunga Lancer, and I have a game plan in mind. Normal summon Buffalo, try to bait out them bouncing it, because I learned this a few seasons ago. When the Buffalo is bounced, even if it's bounced back to hand from the field, I'll still trigger the effect to discard a Spinny, draw 2, and summon the Gazelle, and that's exactly what happens here. So the trigger effect back to hand triggers Buffalo, we discard Spinny, trigger Gazelle, just like I said. We have to be aware of the opponent's setup. They do have a Petal in graveyard coming back during the end phase, but are we going to let the game get that far? Not with Salamangreat. They do have a Con up to tribute one of our monsters. We know they have a Sheet set, and we've used up one of their interruptions in the Bunga Lancer already. So we just got Sheet, Con to worry about, and a potential hand trap that could slow us down. The goal here is we can out the field spell with the Salamangreat Foxy. So let's see how we continue to play. So we're going to chain the circle to the summoning of the Gazelle, because I was thinking here, do I want to bring the Foul to hand so I get another free special summon? Why don't I do that? Let's analyze here. If I did that, they would get free activation off Sheet to tribute my monster and take control of my other monster. I don't want to put 2 monsters on board just yet. So we're going to go ahead now and dump Foxy and activate Foxy effect. That's why we brought Jack Jaguar, because it's a good discard material and we already use Spinny. So why am I going to use Foxy now? Because didn't you just say you don't want 2 monsters on field because they're going to tribute your card with Con on the sheet? Well, if you read Foxy, if this face-up card is in your graveyard and a face-up spell or trap is on the field, you can discard 1 Salamangreat card, that's the cost. Then the special summon of this card and destroying the face-up spell or trap on the field is all 1 resolution. That means they can't chain the sheet, I'm pretty sure, to the chain resolving there, because it's going to pop the field spell right away. So they attempt to actually DD Crow. They got the perfect interruption on the Foxy. Good thing we held on to that Called by the Grave, because Called by the Grave is actually going to win us this match here. Being able to stop that DD Crow was super critical. That prompts the opponent to activate their sheet early now, because they know that the Foxy is going to pop the Concon, making their sheet unactivatable, or unactivatable in terms of tributing one of our monsters. But this is a preemptive activation in my opinion. They tribute their Mudon, and they're going to take control of our Gazelle. That hurts, but we're going to attempt to play around it. So you can see how Salamangreat is playing through these interruptions. Take my Gazelle, banish your DD Crow, summon my Foxy, and pop your Concon. Now at this point, I'm like, no more interruptions. I'm gonna cook. So we're gonna go ahead, go into the Balinks here, activate Balinks effects, grab Sanctuary, activate Sanctuary, and then an odd play in deciding to bring Jack back now, but because the other Link Zone is taken up, I have to utilize the Link Zones for both the Jack and the Parallel Exceed. So we have to sacrifice the Foxy back into the deck. No problem. Bring out the Jack, bring out the Sunlight Wolf. Now we trigger the Parallel Exceed, the perfect extension. Go ahead and bring out another one. Notice we're not bringing any cards back because we actually want to keep the 2 fire monsters in the graveyard so that we can activate Will of the Salamangreat and bring them both back. This is all going to play perfectly in terms of mathematics into our OTK line. We're now going to go ahead and use Sanctuary, bring out another Sunlight Wolf. Then we're going to send the Will, I forgot the name for a second, because we have a Sunlight Wolf summoned with its own material, which is going to allow us to special summon 2 Salamangreat monsters. And now we're going to go ahead and activate Wolf to bring back the Will. We link off the Update Jammer and the Spinny to go into Transcode. Okay, Transcode is going to be able to attack twice because Update Jammer was used as material this turn. And then with Transcode Talker, we bring back the Update Jammer. Now we're going to go ahead and bring back Spinny because we haven't used the effect to actually bring back Spinny off of its own effect this turn. We brought it back with Will the first time. And we're going to link off all 4, the Jack, the Spinny, and the Transcode that was brought, the Update Jammer that was brought back off of Transcode. And we're going to go into Access Code Talker. Now we know the opponent has a Sunvine Sowing in their graveyard because they used it with the Dryas earlier on their turn, and that's going to save this Bangaloncer from 1 destruction. So what are we going to do? We've got 2 banishes because we've got 2 attributes in our graveyard. We're going to banish Sunlight Wolf, target Bangaloncer to trigger the banishing of the Sunvine Sowing to save it. And hey, this is an attack mode monster. It has no more effects. I've dealt with all their interruptions. I'm just going to pop the Gazelle now because that's a defense monster. I want damage. So now we're going to go Battle Phase. Our Transcode and our Access Code can attack twice. The opponent has nothing left to save them. I'm going to Transcode beat over Bangaloncer, attack twice with Access Code for game, and that's how Salamangreat OTKs. Let's take a look at the first match with Rikka. Alright, it always feels good to be in a new event. Even though this is a competitive one, we are starting off going second, but our opening hand is actually amazing with Rikka to go second with. We've got the evenly matched to clear the opponent's board, and we've got double unexpected die to play around an Ash Blossom and a Call by the Grave for the potential max C. So we're going to start off, of course, with the evenly clear the opponent's field because Rikka can definitely play main phase 2. The opponent has no interruption for the unexpected die, but will attempt to Ghost Ogre the Sun Avalon Dryas here. We're going to call by that, and they chain the effect Veiler. That shuts us down from searching for the Sunvine Sowing. However, we do have extension off of the Glamour, which searches Petal, and Petal's going to grab Mudon, and then we're going to get full extension into Field Spell from there. The opponent has seen enough and decides to scoop it up. Alright, let's take a look at the strongest deck of May of 2023 in Master Duel. So we actually lost this coin toss, but the opponent opted for us to go first. I thought I was going to get a slew of only going second matches, which would be quite crazy. We're starting off with a Rhino Heart, pitching a Merly. Why? Because we'd rather fuse with the Merly because we're going to bring one to our hand off this Kit Kalos, assuming we don't get interrupted. Our opening hand, though, is full of follow-up interruptions for the opponent's turn. So this is actually an insane start, because off Kit Kalos, we are now going to start the milling of a Mill 8 off of the classic Kit Kalos and Merly combination. We're going to now trigger off a bunch of different effects. Rhino pitching the Heartbeat so that we can bring back one of the Celiacs that we milled. We bring Havness to hand. We return the Kit Kalos and the Havness as well that we milled to bring out the Rue Kalos, and this is an ideal setup. Heartbeat now triggers and a new chain link to bring back Celiac, and then we're going to go ahead and link off into Spright Elf. Why? Because, oh my goodness, we milled the Cyberstein. This is on the opponent it's over. It's over. Like, you need Super Poly, and even if you have Super Poly, we got Crime. Dark Ruler, we got Crime. Any other spells and traps negated. Special summons negated. We've got Mill during your turn off of the Merly. We've got Havness hand trap effect. We've got Imperm. What can you possibly do? It's a GG, my guy. It's a GG. All right, they're going to start with Ferris, sorry, pitching the Shadow Mist. All right, they're going to get some effects off here. We're just going to straight up Rukalis negate. I'm not letting the opponent play. I'm sorry. Send Rukalis because it's going to bring itself back, but they are going to be able to trigger the Shadow Mist to bring a card to their hand, a hero card that is, and they opt to bring Liquid, I believe that was. Let's double check. Liquid Soldier, yes sir. All right, now upon bringing Liquid Soldier, we are actually going to activate Spright Elf, mill 3, and we mill a Kelbeck. Hey, we never milled one of the mill 5s. Now we're going to mill a Guido now on top of this, and oh my gosh, the chain links just never end. We're going to go ahead and, of course, mill some names. We're going to bring out the Kit Kalos, search for a Sharon, so now we've got targets to send off of Crime. The opponent mills nothing of significance. We actually probably hurt them with these mills. They're going to attempt to normal summon Vaughn here, activate effect. We're just going to Sully it so that they can't even activate anything. Send Kikalos to now trigger another mill 5. Of course, we mill a name, and we're going to bring out Dragos Tapalia. This is yet another monster negate. Do you understand how broken this deck is? Of course you do. It's Tearlaments. We've got one monster negate in Soliac, two monster negate in Impermanence, Omni negate in Crime, monster negate in Dragos Tapalia, all spell and trap negates in Exterio, special summon negate in Rukalis. How do you beat this? You don't. It's simple. It's GG's. He's going to attempt to play. He can't do anything. He sees the Destiny, Fusion Destiny that is negated by Exterio. And yeah, it's just, I'm sorry, man. I feel like a scumbag. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. I feel like a terrible human being. All right, let's take a look at the duel for the World Championship 2023. Ooh, this guy's already on his rank up game? That's nutty. Actually winning a coin toss. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Ooh, very nice opening. World Championship 2023. Oh, this hand is... okay, it could be good. Let's see. What are we on here? We got double pots. Let's hope. Are we gonna ash that? Yo, you cannot be serious. Yeah, he's got an Ash Blossom or a Maxi. Which one? Guess we're gonna find out soon enough. I think he's got Maxi then, huh? It's gotta be Maxi. Yeah, because it went back to him there. We gotta go Rubina here. Normal summon. Please. Well, I guess even if he has Imperm, it doesn't matter because we got Empen in hand. And we'll have Rubina if Search 2 can bring back Empen anyways. So we should be fine. So I think he's got one dead card at least in his hand in the Max C. We're going to Robina for Toucan. And then we are going to double tribute for Empen. This is going to look a little weird. But in order to get all of the spells and traps in rotation... I was about to say, you got a Nibiru? All right, we got all the interruptions good to go. We've got Apex in hand already. The only thing we're missing is the D-Fissure. So the opponent is probably going to be able to play on Tearlaments here. Most likely. So he knows 3 cards in our hand. Let's see, does he try to bait us with evenly matched? Go battle phase. Whoa, what is this? Add 1 Zephyr card from your deck to your hand if you control a Zephyr card. If a Zephyr card you control would be destroyed except for the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Okay. Interesting. I have no idea what this deck does, so I'm probably going to lose. No idea what that is. Okay, I just gave him free summons here. Okay, when this card is activated, add 1 Zephyr monster from your deck to your hand. When you ritual summon using a Zephyr monster, you can activate these effects. Shuffle 1 monster on the field into the... Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, so the ritual summon is the one that hurts us. Must be special summoned. Controlling at least 3 Zephyr monsters cannot be special. After you special summon this card, you can conduct 1 pendulum summon of a Zephyr monster during your main phase in addition to your pendulum summon. Once per turn, you contribute 1 monster, special summon 1 Zephyr monster from your deck. Okay. Okay, they're using it for the pendulum effect. During your main phase, you can add 1 Zephyr pendulum monster from your deck to your extra deck face up, and if you do, change this card's pendulum scale to be the same as that monster's. Interesting. Am I letting him get too far here with this deck? What does this one do? You cannot pendulum summon monsters except Yang Zing and Zephyr. Their effects cannot be negated. I think I want to activate this. I'm going to leave Eaglin banished here. Normal summon Mo Ye. Okay, they are triggering my map effects. Oh, I messed up. I just realized that. Yeah, I messed up. I should have summoned the Stree and then to banish the M-Pin and then done the Toucan. But I messed up. Okay, we got one more negate. Let's see if we can survive without screwing up. He's still got his Pendulum summon. But we've got Apex negate. I'm probably going to negate the scale. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? I have to negate that. Phew. I messed up. Pressure got to me, boys. But that's okay. We take those. Spoiler alert, we hit Diamond 3. Alright. Hopefully you enjoyed those videos and this live commentary at the end to see my thought process. But good luck in the World Championship qualifier. I mean, I'm not going to be able to play as much as you probably need to in order to win. But hey, if you're interested in this content, if you like this video, I imagine it's kind of a long one. But a like and a comment will go a long way. Thank you again for watching, guys. Quantum is out.